drew me to working with the National Library of Scotland is the love that I have for the library. I've worked here for the last 8 years as a researcher, and I think it's an amazing organisation. So when I saw a call for a Wikimedian at the National Library, I thought it was an incredible opportunity. To be able to provide access to the collections, I thought was wonderful, and I jumped at the possibility of working with them. Back in December of 2013, we organised an editathon with the Medical Research Council, with the Royal Society of Edinburgh, and also obviously with the National Library of Scotland and Wikimedia UK. And it was, I think, a really successful event. We had about 20 plus people who came along to contribute. We had about 15 articles, new articles that were created, and I think about 5 more were improved. And these were all about women in science, a lot of them who had specific connections with the Royal Society of Edinburgh. We had speakers as well coming, women who currently have a very significant position in the scientific community. Sally McIntyre, for example, was one of the speakers, and it was really quite fascinating because we had a participant who created a Wikipedia article about her, and then later on she was there speaking. And I think that was a really fantastic connection to make, to be able to say, you now have a place on Wikipedia. I really enjoyed working on the Anybody But Burns event. I was really pleased with how that came together. It was probably the first event where we saw Wikimedians from the community coming, as well as contributors who had never used Wikimedia before but were just very interested in Scottish poetry. We were working with the Scottish Poetry Library, which was a fantastic opportunity, and it was in the end declared one of the most interesting Burns Night events in the UK, which I was very proud of. The Wikimedian in Residence program, I think, has had a significant impact on the local community, particularly with respects to the Wikimedia community, and also to the GLAM community, if you want to call it that. There has been a significant re-emergence of a ScotWiki community over the last year, which didn't really exist when I took up the position, and I certainly don't take credit for that personally, but I think that having more of a presence in Scotland has had a significant impact